I'm Erica Wark, celebrity stylist and style expert. I have been in the industry for almost 15 years. And the thing I hear the most is, I want to try this, but we are constantly putting limits on ourselves of what we can wear. I am here to prove today that you can wear anything you want. It's all about choosing the right pieces and how to style them. Today I've brought a bunch of my clients with me to prove exactly that fashion is for everyone.
I'm Michelle Jobin, and I am a host, producer, and multimedia strategist.
The Oxford button down.
Yes.
You're hesitant.
I first met Erica, I would say, almost 6 years ago now, and she has been styling me for TV, and then more recently for some more personal projects that I've worked on when I've needed some fabulous things to wear.
I am really hesitant, and the reason behind this is because I went to a high school where I had to wear a uniform.
I wore one every day in high school as part of my uniform, so I've never been able to get out of my head that feeling of it being something that didn't necessarily feel like it was for me, but so often I see them on other people and they look great.
It wasn't my choice, it wasn't part of me, so anytime I put one on, whether it's with a look that has to do with suits, which is a whole other thing for me as well, we can talk about that another day, but anytime I'm wearing an Oxford button down, I feel like it's not for me, it's not my choice, and I'm putting somebody else's.
You're being forced.
I'm being forced a little bit, or it's something that makes me look not like myself.
So I want to break out of that feeling of it's not something for me and try it today.
In your brain, you've sort of treated it as a uniform.
Yes.
And like, nobody wants to wear a uniform when they're not at work.
Yeah.
Or in this case, at school.
At school. So just like, there's something about putting this item on that has always made me feel like I'm conforming or something like that. But I know it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, especially if you're the one who's in charge.
It certainly doesn't, and I'm so glad that you have decided to take another stab at it. Obviously, the Oxford button down has come a long way. There are so many different styles. The one that I want you to try actually has a cinched waist.
Oh, okay, this I like.
I knew you'd like that.
I like a little bit of, you know.
We're also seeing the pendulum swing to a more fitted silhouette again. Something that feels a little bit more feminine, a little bit more elevated, and definitely modern. And I feel like all three of those words are something that you need to try to get your mind out of the sort of collegiate, preppy uniform vibe and into a new approach to the button down.
Okay, I'm willing to give it a try. Yeah, I want something that like doesn't look boxy. So I am definitely willing to give this a try.
I got you.
Okay. When it started out, the first thing that she asked me is like, is there anything you're uncomfortable wearing? Is there anything that's a no for you? Because at the time, I hadn't really worked with a stylist very much before, and I maybe didn't really have the confidence of how I wanted to look in clothes. I was much more afraid of wearing certain things, and the wonderful thing about Erica is that she has shown me over the years how I can wear so many things that I might not have picked out for myself before, and it has actually really expanded my repertoire even when I'm shopping for myself of the things that I will go to and the things that I love wearing now.
Girl, we nipped that waist.
You sure did. I love this. And it is so far away from that sort of very dated idea of what I thought I looked like in an Oxford shirt. I wouldn't even thought of it.
But honestly, I totally understand where those feelings come from. We are all guilty of putting clothing items in our head in a specific space and then leaving it there until the end of time.
Yeah.
We are all guilty of that, but I think what is so important with fashion, and then particularly being in our own wardrobes and our own closets, is trying to stretch the limits of our own clothing to make it more wearable, not just for one occasion, but for many occasions. And I think that's why I love the Oxford button down so much, is its versatility. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can make it casual, you can make it elevated, simply by what you pair with it. And in your case, Michelle, I really wanted to make sure we did something that cinched your waist, that made it feel more ladylike, that made it feel more feminine, but then still keeping it very modern. And so over top, I styled it with this incredible peplum inspired bustier with the zipper detail to just really further snatch that waist and make it feel even more feminine. And then of course, I wanted to keep it a little bit deconstructed. So we kept the bottom of the shirt outside of it to make it feel a little bit more relaxed, and then finish the look with a corresponding black trouser that is straight leg and not too wide leg. Because again, it's all about balance and proportion. So because we're working with these really beautiful rounded edges on top, I wanted to go the opposite way for sort of a juxtaposition, and I chose a more angular pant.
I love it so much, and I think the thing I was worried about was feeling like I'm gonna look conforming or corporate or wearing something that feels like not like me. And I feel I could wear this in a number of scenarios and I would feel professional and elegant and put together and definitely like myself.
That's the beauty of a crisp, classic button-down shirt. The opportunities to style it and make it your own are endless.
You have convinced me. I love this. Thank you. So I tried the Oxford button-down shirt and I feel far more stylish, far more like myself, far more interesting and non-conforming than I ever thought I was going to feel wearing an item of clothing like this. So I love it.
Do you have something you want to try but you're not sure where to start? Comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your BFF.